Breakfast Bulletin. Akwa Ibom traders held solidarity rally to drum up support for PDP governorship hopeful Udom Emmanuel. Africa's richest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, seeks area of cooperation in Akwa Ibom. And 50 Shopee graduate interns concluded 2-day training in Uyo. Details of this and more in a moment. So very good morning to you. Welcome to KBC 45 AM News. I am Agnes Udo King Brown. Traders from markets across the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State yesterday converged at the Ita market for the campaign rally addressed by the PDP gubernatorial hopeful, Mr. Udom Emmanuel. According to Etienne Ibanga in Uyo capital city, the Akpananda market was under lock and key to enable traders there join their counterparts in a time open market for what they described as a 1 million man rally. The reports.
Few weeks after the statewide campaigns of the People's Democratic Party in the state, candidates of the party in the March and April general elections are receiving support from groups and individuals. Welcoming PDP candidates to the rally, the secretary of the Conference of the Akwa Ibom State Traders Association, Elder Afanime Frank, said the traders took the step for continuity of good governance in the state. He assured that traders will cast 100% votes for President Goodluck Jonathan, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, senatorial, House of Representatives and House of Assembly candidates, as well as partner the incoming administration for Greater Akwa Ibom State. The PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, while addressing the traders, reeled out his blueprint for the development of the state he voted into power. These include the construction of an international market in Akwa Ibom, building a warehouse at the Ibom International Airport for imported goods, which he noted will aid rapid socio-economic growth. Mr. Emmanuel spoke of his plans to construct a drainage system in the town market, build lock-up shops, as well as facilitate a microfinance bank for traders in the state to access soft loans to expand their businesses. The governorship hopeful, flanked by his running mate, Mr. Moses Ekpo, his wife, Martha, DG Udom Emmanuel Moses Ekpo Campaign Council, Otuekong Sinkanga, among others, solicited votes for all PDP candidates in the elections. The rally attracted goodwill messages from the Akwa Ibom Traders Network. Senator Anyeti Okon, Chairman of Itu Local Government, Mr. Michael James Etam, Mrs. Magdalene Udom, who also spoke of their support for the People's Democratic Party in the upcoming elections. Etienne Ibanga reporting.
The directive by the Inspector General of Police, Suleiman Abba, that all candidates in the forthcoming election should sign a peace pact with the police to guarantee violent, free, and post-election has been complied with in Akwa Ibom State. There are reports that candidates from various political parties vying for the House of Representatives seats in Uyo Senatorial District signed the peace accord at the police officers' mess, Uyo.
Seated at the conference room of the police officers' mess were candidates vying for the 3 federal constituency seats of Uyo, Itu Ibom, and Etinan. They were the Speaker of the State Legislature, Elder Sam Ikon, who seeks to represent Etinan Federal Constituency under the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Samuel Efanga for Uyo Federal Constituency, and the platform of the Accord Party, Dr. Henry Ukon for Itu Ibom Federal Constituency under PDP, while Dr. Peter Ekanam and Akaninye Sien are vying for the Itu Ibom and Etinan Federal Constituency seat on the platform of Accord Party.
I want to assure you that I am confident with my party that we will work online with a very detailed
happy that the police is even more committed to democratic process and you guaranteed unbiased policing to ensure free, fair, and credible elections. From what I have seen, I can already experience the peace that will take us into that election.
I, as a candidate, a man of peace too, I'll do everything possible to make sure that our election is free.
So I want to pray that the police, with us, partnering, we see a better future in Nigeria, a better future in the Bible.
I want to promise that I will educate my followers, my supporters, to play the game according to the rule.
Earlier, the Commissioner of Police in the state, represented by the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Dasuki Galadanchi, said the peace pact which has been signed by presidential candidates is to ensure peace, openness and transparency during the general elections. Mr. Achonfu reminded the people that with the donation of 1,000 vehicles to the police by President Jonathan and further support from the state government, the police are ready for duty during the elections.
In your respective party, you know your own. You go back and let them know. I have signed a for all of us to ensure that there is safety and security in our state.
Commenting on the need for the pact, the Uyo area commander of the Nigeria Police, Maureen Keji Adeshino, said it is to commit candidates from all the political parties to work towards peaceful election and to abide by the Electoral and Public Order Acts. He asked the candidate to partner the police for credible polls, even as they are to advise their supporters on the need to exhibit the spirit of sportsmanship.
It was not be violated in any form. Any police at all is going to be viewed seriously.
High point of the meeting was the signing of the peace accord by the candidates, which was watched by divisional police officers across the state and other senior police officers. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police has advised other candidates who are yet to sign the peace deal to endeavor to do so. Patience John reporting.
The Dangote Group is to partner leading building materials dealers in the state, Ubutex Limited, to boost building materials subsector of the Akwa Ibom state. Arising from a meeting between the group and management of Ubutex Limited, the president of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, said he was in the state to explore areas of cooperation between the two companies. Accompanied by the group managing director, Mr. Mubun Edwin, the regional director, South-South and South-East, Mr. Chooks, and the South marketing manager, Mr. Khan Messian, Alhaji Aliko said he has followed with keen interest the development and feats recorded by Ubutex Limited in the distribution of building materials in the state and has decided to partner it to boost the state's economy. In the meeting which took place at the VIP Lodge of the Akwa Ibom International Airport was the first since the creation of the state in 1987. Alhaji Aliko expressed gratitude to Elder Ubong Board for accepting to host him and the people of the state for the cooperation and patronage of products of the Dangote Group, describing Akwa Ibom as a veritable business environment. In his reaction, the managing director of Ubutex Limited, Elder Ubong Ubud, said the invitation to the meeting came to him as a surprise, but expressed appreciation to God for the recognition of his efforts at contributing to the economic development of the state has attracted. Elder Bo said during the closed-door meeting, Alhaji Aliko and himself discussed areas of cooperation with a view to boosting the building materials subsector of the state economy. He expressed his company's readiness to tap into such cooperation and was optimistic that before long the results of the collaboration will begin to fruition. Elder Boost also lauded the people of the state for the support his company has enjoyed and pledged to continue to collaborate with other individuals and groups willing to come to Akwa Ibom to do business. 50 Shore-P graduate interns selected from 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State have concluded a 2-day exit training program in Uyo. The training, the first in the state, is for beneficiaries of the graduate internship scheme of the Federal Ministry of Finance Shore-P program for 2015. It is organized in batches for interns who have just exceeded or are about to exceed the scheme and aims at equipping the next phase of their lives and to encourage them in the proper application of knowledge and experience gained during the period of internship. The story is here presented.
Declaring the training open, the project director, graduate internship scheme of the Federal Ministry of Finance, who was represented by Mr. Joshua Ayandiran, said the training is to assist the graduates review their experiences, assess their progress, and plan for their entry in their choice business or career. The project director commended the graduates who were retained in their places of internship, as well as others whose experiences during the scheme had helped them acquire gainful employment in other places, and tasked other existing interns to justify the benevolence of government through Shore-P for the betterment of the country.
You have been energized to take maximum advantage of the opportunities that the scheme provides for you. These are in terms of both personal and social skills that you will acquire, leading to self-discovery, a redefinition of self-esteem, and self-actualization, as well as work skills.
The convener of the session, Barrister Audu Maikori of the Shore-P department, who was represented by Ms. Ausma Musau, said the graduate internship scheme was one of the greatest achievements of the Jonathan administration. He encouraged the existing interns to develop an action plan and to strive to add value not just to their employers but the nation as a whole. Mr. Emmanuel Sani, a management consultant and facilitator with Shore-P, who spoke on evaluating the job market, described the graduate internship scheme as a platform for as many graduates as possible to demonstrate their intelligence in the pursuit of their career. Mr. Sani, however, discouraged the existing interns from engaging only on wage-paid activities but to see their allowances as a motivation to quality inputs at service delivering at where they find themselves.
Some of us graduated with the hope, uncle will do this for me, auntie will do this for me, they never did. People promise you, some of you spend money somewhere to get a job, you never go. And the government says, why don't you give everybody equal opportunity? If you are interested, come. Company don't pay before you make shakara for the people. And what you are being paid is not salary. Don't make a mistake and call what they pay you salary.
Other topics discussed during the training included interview and assessment skills, avenues for finding jobs, basic business planning, and financial management, among others. There was also an interactive session where the graduate interns expressed their opinions on the scheme. Some of the graduate interns spoke to AKBC 45 News on the scheme and their exit training.
It was meant to empower us and also to give us the experience, needed experience, to give us a level, ground to meet with our counterparts outside.
They welcome development to cities, and it is a tremendous enrollment. So I appreciate, and it's a very nice thing for me to participate in this kind of scheme.
The general overview about this Shore-P graduate internship scheme is wonderful. I must commend the government for doing a wonderful job like this, because it has helped some of us to fix something that we were not able to do.
More news after the break. Stay with us.
Therefore, it's a man that made it easy.
when finally His Excellency Agapo Minister Bendu, they have been looked at the Moses. When you look at what we don't get, I get a point on. Joseph, Agapanda, and I do for this. At the amount of one film. See, I don't want to get to the amount of you have there. Oh, Roma has a put on the end. Oh, Jumbo Uniman. Is that
Udom is right and fast. For God is the best. For Qui-Gon said, Udom is right and fast. Behold, our next governor.
Welcome back. As part of measures to enhance the quality of lives and property in the state, the family of the Commissioner for Information, Mr. Nneka Onumana, has donated a new police post to the Nigerian police, a back local government in memory of their father. The police post, which was set up by the Elder John Umana Foundation, was inaugurated by the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gabriel Achong. Yanopor reports that a Volvo car was also donated to the station.
The post is located at Midham Waterside in Abakaliki government area. Speaking before the inauguration, the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Mr. Nneka Onumana, said his family is complementing the efforts of the present administration in ensuring that the state is secured. Mr. Onumana said with the provision of a police post and a vehicle, the security of lives and properties in the area will be guaranteed. The Information Commissioner expressed gratitude to the Nigeria Police for their efforts in protecting Nigerians and advised members of the community to guard the edifice jealously. He called on other public-spirited individuals and organizations to contribute to the provision of an infrastructure to their communities.
Happy, I feel excited that we have been able to at least extend some gratitude to the community, to the society, to the government, to the people, to the security agencies who labor, who have sleepless nights, who stay and wait to ensure that the rest of us sleep. So we can only assist them by ensuring that they work in a little more comfortable, better environment and assist their work.
Inaugurating the facility and the patrol, the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gabriel Achong, lauded the family of the late Elder John Umana for the magnanimity. Mr. Achong charged men and officers of the Nigeria Police to work towards building good image for the police. The State Police Commissioner lauded Governor Akpabio for creating an enabling environment for the Nigeria Police to perform. He implored the people to protect the facilities and to shun violence during the forthcoming general elections.
Community, and I will want the community to protect this building, to protect that vehicle. No matter what, on no account should any group of people think of attacking this building or attacking that vehicle.
The clan head of Abak, Obong Fred Okonuko, and the divisional police officer in Abak lauded the donor for the gesture and promised to make good use of the facilities.
To whom much is given, as my Commissioner of Police has said, much is expected. I will promise that we will work for the best of humanity.
I didn't know what go come go. Government ain't know what go come go. No, I didn't know. She will have been no one. I didn't. I didn't. In them related. Saying you never get up to the
women of Senodom local government area have intensified campaigns for the success of the People's Democratic Party in the March 28th and April 11 general elections. The women drawn from the 11 wards in Senodom have already rounded off their door-to-door campaigns to mobilize support for the re-election of President Goodluck Jonathan, Chief Gospel Akpabio for Senate, Udom Emmanuel for Governor, Mr. Emmanuel Akpan and Sentwen for House of Representatives and the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. Etienne reports that the women at a meeting acknowledged the dividends of democracy made possible by the PDP government as reasons for the needed continuity.
Having concluded their ward-to-ward sensitization across the 11 wards, the women are now taking the campaign to the next level with a solidarity walk along major roads in Esianudim to further preach the gospel of continuity, consolidation, and sustainable development. The women who gathered at the Independent High School, Okana, Esianudim, appeared ready for the elections as they promised to protect and preserve their permanent voter cards to enable them discharge their franchise. The women vowed to resist any attempt by self-seeking politicians to derail them from the right path, stressing that PDP is the only party that carries women along in its scheme of things. They laced their messages with songs praising the achievements of Governor Akpabio and wife Unoma in the state. Speaker after speaker, including the leader of the Eno Akpabio, coordinator of Uyaiban, a Senudim chapter, Mrs. Ekaite Emmanuel, chairman of a Senudim, Nenense, Mrs. Agostina Emmanuel Akpan, Mrs. Helen Akpate of a Senudim, Mrs. Mary Udo, coordinator Gospel for Senate, a Senudim chapter, Margaret Akpan, Mrs. Ofonimentiado Umo, Mrs. Sebon Gerald Umo, and of the clan heads of Okana, Mrs. Aniefjok Joseph Akpabio, harp on the need for the people to vote for the PDP in the elections. At the event, gifts were distributed to women across the 11 wards of Esianudim. Etienne Ibanga reporting.
Members of the University of Uyo Governing Council, led by the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Kim Sikuku, Wednesday, paid a condolence visit to the family of the second Vice-Chancellor of the defunct University of Cross River State, now University of Uyo, Professor Eyo Kun, who has died. The Pro-Chancellor was accompanied by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Comfort Ekpo, and other members of the Governing Council. Management and staff of the university was received by family members of the late Professor Kun. Conveying the condolences of the University of Uyo community to the family, the Pro-Chancellor described the death of Professor Eyo Kun as a tragedy of monumental proportion, which the university community was deeply touched. Professor Koko said the late Professor Kun was an academic colossus who left indelible academic footprints on the sands of time and assisted in laying the foundation for the establishment of the University of Uyo. He urged the family to be consoled by the fact that their late father and husband left behind enduring legacies which would be difficult to erase. While praying for the peaceful repose of the soul of the deceased, Professor Koko also asked God to grant the family the fortitude to bear the loss. Responding, the first son, Mr. Eyo Kun, thanked the University of Uyo community for the show of solidarity, noting that they were overwhelmed by the verses. The wife of the deceased, Mrs. Joyce Okun, also thanked the university for identifying with them in their moments of grief. The late Professor Yefion Okun, who hails from Ikorobong, Ibionibom local government area, was a renowned professor of zoology. He continued as adjunct professor at the College of Environmental Studies, Ayo Babalola University, Osun State. Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness. From time immemorial, Akwa Ibom State has been known for cleanliness among states in Nigeria. Recently, however, heaps of refuge have overtaken the city, prompting questions as to who or which agency of government is responsible for the evacuation of the refuse within Uyo capital city. This development took Felix Okum to town for the following report.
From Diya Street, near Panande Market, heaps of refuse had overtaken the street, making free flow of vehicular traffic difficult, if not impossible. At Nepal Line, by Jubilee School Road, traffic snarled as tricycles and cars struggled for right of way. Mountainous heaps of refuse have reduced the street to a single lane. Even the Calabar to highway was not spared the suffocating stench of refuse. The situation is not different at the Dam Market and other spots along the highway. However, officials of the Ministry of Environment and the Waste Management Agency have swung into action in an attempt to clear the refuse. Some officials who declined comments and spurned the camera blamed the development on flooding of the only available dump site following the rains within the week. However, they are sure by next week, if the tempo of evacuation is sustained, normalcy may return to the capital city as the heaps shall have disappeared. Felix Okum reporting.
That's it on a package. You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45UYO or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. Before we go, another look at the top stories. Akwa Ibom traders have held a solidarity rally to drum up support for the PDP governorship hopeful, Mr. Dom Emmanuel. Mr. Dom Emmanuel, who addressed the rally, promised to set up a microcredit bank for traders. Also, Africa's richest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, was in Akwa Ibom State to discuss areas of cooperation between his group and Obotex Limited, a leading building materials distributor in the state. That's it in a package. Thanks for watching and wishing you a beautiful day ahead. Good morning.